Sound check. We will resume our session at 10:30 p.m. Again, we will resume our session at 10:30 p.m. Just a friendly reminder, while the session is going on, kindly switch your mobile phones and your gadgets on silent mode. While the session is going on, kindly set your mobile phones and your gadgets in silent mode. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sound check. We will resume the session after 5 minutes. We will resume at 10:30 a.m. Thank you. Low sound check. Again, just a quick reminder for everyone. For those who have enlisted themselves for the Intramuros tour, please approach the Secretariat for the confirmation of your attendance. Another reminder, we will be having our tour later as part of our itinerary. The tour starts at 4:30 p.m. Guidelines will be reminded again while the program is ongoing. We will resume our session in a short while. May I request everyone to settle down. We will resume at 10:30 a.m. Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning everyone. I hope everybody's here now. We're going to resume again our session. Just a quick reminder, please be reminded to switch your mobile phones and your gadgets in silent mode while the session is ongoing. For the fourth session today, we have invited a speaker who is the president of the On-Strike Library Solutions. His discussion will focus on the answers on the discussion on can a common librarian implement Koha ILS? Without further ado, the president of the On-Strike Library Solutions, Mr. Jerwin Fernandez.
Hello. Good morning. Can you do me a favor? Can you look at the person beside you and say good morning? How many of you are attending this conference from outside of the country? Can you raise your hand, please? Outside of the Philippines? None? There are a few. Maybe some of the participants outside of the country got scared of the terrorist attack, right? So, that's why. So, I am Jerwin Fernandez, and I am the president of On Strike Library Solutions. So, my topic is, can a simple librarian implement Koha integrated library system? So there. So, do you think, can a graduate of library science or, can implement Koha? Yes. So, the answer is, you will find out at the end of my presentation. All right. So, there. So, I would like to share with you my personal experience as a as a young professional librarian. Do I still look young? Ah, yes, yes, that's good. No more? Okay, my undergraduate is, I graduated last 2012 in UST with bachelor's degree of uh, library and information science. So, when I was in college, I was a varsity player of baseball. So, actually, my first course was education, major in MAPE, because most of my teammates took education, major in MAPE. They wanted to teach PE after college. So, after 2 to 3 years, I realized that I don't want to teach because teaching is really tough, especially teaching students like me. So I transferred, so a course in education, library science, and then I took the, and then thankfully I was able to graduate. Actually, there's one here, my teacher, Ma'am Portesa. Saw her. She's my professor. You can ask her how, yeah, you can ask her. Her experience to me. So there. So, and then currently, I am taking up my master's degree in Asia Pacific College. I'm taking up Master in Information Technology. Because during my early days in doing KohaCon, I have this jargon with the IT people. So when the IT guys, there is a jargon between the librarian and IT, right? When the librarian talks about cataloging, indexing, abstracting, and mark tags, the IT guys do not understand that, right? And then, when the IT guy talks about the domain, the Apache server, the cloud server, the static IP, the dynamic, the librarian won't understand that, right? Did you experience the same way? Maybe some of you. So, that's why I was encouraged to study masters in IT. To understand the jargons between the librarian and the IT. And then now, I'm, I am at my final stage in my IT. I need to finish my thesis, and then hopefully by this year or by next year I can graduate. All right, and then I was able to take the board exam last 2010, and luckily I was able to pass the board exam. And, and I have no tab actually. Pasang-awa. What's that in English? What, ma'am? I just passed the exam. So, so after getting my card, I tried searching a job for a librarian, and then I remember going to a site, jobstreet.com.ph, and then Southville International School and Colleges looking for a Koha encoder. Yeah. So that's January 2013. I was able, and then while they are interviewing me, they keep on asking, "Do you know how to operate Koha?" And then I said yes, but actually, I do not know. I was able to try Koha when I was during my OJT days in National Library. Yeah. I remember the one who taught me is Henry, yeah, from the cataloging. He allowed me once to catalog a book, and then that's it. I don't know really how to operate the system. And then, yeah, the HR and the library head of the library is asking me, "Do you know how to do the call?" And then I said, "Yes, I know how," but I really don't know how to operate it. And then, yeah, that's where my Koha journey began in Southville International School and Colleges. So, little did I know, They are migrating their system for 2 years. Athena to Koha. So, the IT guy of the institution told the librarian, I was able to install the Koha, and then, okay, you manage it, you migrate the files. And then, the librarian was not so technical during that time. So they had a big problem. So imagine for 2 years they are encoding the system. That's why they are hiring for a Koha encoder. But they gave me the position of librarian, not the encoder. So there. So and then they're also migrating their library classification scheme from DBC to LC, Library of Congress. So you, you imagine how the project is big, right? So they have 55 collection, 55,000 collection. And then they have 6 library branches because they have basic education, they have college libraries, and they have sister companies. South Foreign University and South Seed LPDH. So there's a lot of connection. So the big challenge is with us during those time is changing the labels from the books because we have to remove the old DDC call number to LC, right? So there. Um, so there. So remember, installing the system is the easiest way. I think, but implementing the system, migrating is the hardest part. So that's where the librarians got from the Southville have a problem. So after 2 years, after a few months, I was able to cope up what they are doing. So I realized their cataloging messed up big time. So I told our heads that we have to redo everything. So imagine for 2 years, they have to redo everything what they did because they mess up what they did. So there. So they give me the project, and then so they give me the project. I don't know yet how to operate the system, right? So I remember I was calling the National Library. I was calling the National Library. I keep on asking. The one who answers is Ma'am Marie Chris and Ma'am Anna. I don't know, still you remember me, right? Almost every day I keep on calling them. So I really bother them. So the technique is you must be makulit. You keep on bothering and keep asking questions if you don't know what to do. That's my secret. So after a few time, my question is getting harder, and then uh, I'm studying how to migrate dati na to Koha. So we are encoding the title, the author, and the subject manually. So it's very hard. We already have dati na, and then we are still encoding manually the title, the author, and the subject, and so on and so forth. So after searching, I found out the Koha community. So after asking, and then I joined the newsletter, and then I tried posting my query. Somebody answered my question. So guess what? Who answered my question? It's Manny Tamayaw. I don't know where's Sir Manny. Sir Samani. Sir. He's from Tulo, Aklatan. Actually, it was a relief that someone, there is a fellow Filipino that is doing Koha. Right? So, and then, after awards, Eugene also replied to my query, and then I knew, that time I knew there's a lot of Filipino during Koha. So, there I meet Eugene Espinosa. I went to Library of Congress. Not in Washington, we have a Library of Congress in Senate, right? In Quezon City. That's where I met Eugene. He's now my teammate in On Strike Library Solutions. And then, there I met in the newsletter Bernardo Gonzalez Kriegel from Argentina. And then I was able to meet also Indril Dasgupta from India. And then there is Mark Tomset, who is the teammate of Manny Tamayaw. He's from Canada. So they're the ones who really helped me a lot in the community. So that's why it saddens me I did not see them here. I thought they're going to attend the conference. So there. Next slide. So after a year, so we are able to implement the Koha inside Southville. So this is their web OPAC. So there. Okay. So, do you know the secret in implementing the Koha LS? Makulit? Yeah, maybe. Actually, that's my secret, being makulit. Keep asking question, and then definitely somebody will answer your question. Keep bothering them. Definitely, they will answer your question. So, the secret is, actually, the secret is already here. The secret is us. The secret is the Koha community. So, can you tap the person beside to you and say, you are the secret? Gising na. Or wake up. Because I saw somebody sleeping eh. You are the secret, wake up. Okay? So there. So, for those who are, for you are not familiar with Koha, this is the login page of the staff client. So, this is for AIM, the one who presented earlier, Sir Fernan. And this is the modules of OPAC, circulation. For those you are not familiar, okay, the cataloging, the list, reports, tools, so forth. And then, so this is the web OPAC of AIM. I believe Sir Fernan already showed this, but they acquired this. These were their clients talk to them. Actually it's not yet in Koha, but maybe if in the future it will be integrated in Koha. Okay, so they subscribe here in OLARCs. It's a widget, a third-party program, and then this is our first client from Manila Titane Colleges. I believe Ma'am Merlinda is here. And then this is from St. Luke's. And then this is from Erie. Okay. And then this is from Jose Rizal University. This SSS. And from yesterday, Ma'am Erwina Meneses from FEU, Nicanor Reyes Medical Foundation. This is their web OPAC. As you can see, the web OPAC of Koha is very versatile. With the design you wanted, the color, the themes you wanted, whatever you want to put in the Koha, you can do it. So that's pretty the advantage of the Koha. In other ILS, you cannot do this, right? So there. So this one, Ma'am Erwina requested to us to put a library gate entry for them, for the student, for their library statistics of their students. So this is Eugene, but this is only a sample. These they're not their student. So This is not yet part of the Koha, but hopefully in the future it will be integrated in Koha. Um, and then so these their library gate. I believe this is FEU is the first RFID integrated with Koha in the Philippines. So there, this is their security gate. And then we have this vision for the Philippines. We call this Philippine Integrated Library Consortium, where we put all the 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 biblio record of our clients, so that when a certain researcher wanted to put to search for a book, like for example, I'm in Baguio, where can I search? Can I borrow this material? Where can I search this material? So actually, we have a problem on this because they have some of the most of the library has the same items. I mean rather records. Like for example, Jose Rizal, they may, it might have same record. I was inspired yesterday with Sir Mengo from Turkey that they were able to minimize the record. Maybe we'll check his script so that we can integrate it with our PILC. Okay? So it is a website, pilc.org.ph. So there. So these are our list of some of our clients. So there. And then and there. So if you have questions, you can contact us and or email us. Do you have questions? We will, if you have relevant question, we will give you a shirt. Also, please ask questions now. We will give you now the shirt. Do you have question? Yes, ma'am. Is there anybody has a question? We will give you a shirt. No, no. There. Sige. Kalo. Ma'am, you have a question, right? Any question?
Good morning. I'm
Ma'am.
Paulina Baba of Davao del Norte State College, Panabo City. If ever we're going to tap you as our developer to develop our system, Koha system, the technical expertise, maintenance, are you going to go to our place and maintain? For example, there are bugs, or if our system will be um, destroyed, or something is damaged to the system, are you there to fix or give us the technical support if ever?
Good question, ma'am. Actually, you're from Mindanao, right? Mindanao. We also have a client from Visaya, Summer State University. Actually, we do not go there. Uh, the server are already connected with the internet. So if there are bugs, we can troubleshoot it through the web. But if we really have to visit your institution, if you really need technical support, we will go there if we have to. So we will visit. Like with the concern of the Erie, they're from Laguna. We usually go there if they need us. So we will, ma'am, if you really need us.
During the installation, sir, are you going to go to our school, or we the ones will be going to wherever?
Actually, ma'am, it depends. If the installation will be locally, we will go to your institution. But if it's cloud-based, uh, uh, we can do it even with we are here in Manila. So if it's local-based, we will go to your institution. You don't have to go to Manila.
So
So
you
there.
use TeamViewer for that.
Actually, for the installation, we usually use PATI terminal, so it's very technical, but so there.
So, he can assist you offshore, ma'am.
Actually, we can use our mobile device to install Koha. You- That's how versatile is Koha is. Okay. So, thank you for your question, ma'am. You can approach later our team
Other
for
question?
your
We have
t-shirts.
we have other concerns.
Questions?
Other question.
Only
Sir?
3 questions, ha? Only. We might have out of stock of shirts.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Morning,
I'm Lito
sir.
Domingo from PEP Santa Mesa. My question would be, how much, if the software is free, how much would be the cost for the hardware? For example, the server. And if we're not going to use a physical server, how much would it cost for the cloud server?
All right. Thank you for your question, sir. Actually, it will be depending on your budget with regards to physical server. It will cost around, depends on your budget, 20 to 50,000, I think. That's a good server already. But if you wanted to put it in the cloud, it would cost around $20 to $50, depending on the number of your collections. So that's a cloud based server.
So that would cost the
Yeah, that's
the
monthly, sir.
software, the
Monthly.
soft-
That's monthly bill. $20 to $50 a month.
But how about the service fee if you're going to get your service as our
Okay.
installer?
Good question, sir. Actually, it depends on how big is the project. If we are going to migrate this from Millennium or Athena, it will be depend on. We still have to verify how much it would cost the project for your institution if you're going to get us as a provider. So the answer is there is no definite cost, but it will depend on how big or small is the project. So I hope I was able to answer your question, sir. So, sir, you can approach our team for the shirt later. So, last question. If you have any questions.
Are there any questions? Okay, over here.
Good morning po.
Good morning,
Gerson
sir.
Landoy po from Marinduque State College. We tried to install ko way back 2015 to test run it. So it's been running for 2 years now. So my question is, sir, we're trying to move it to a much more better server. So my dilemma is how to, or the best way to dump all my data to the new server. The best way.
Sorry, sir. You have this server, right? Current
Yes.
server, and then you wanted to.
I want to transfer it to a new PC for a new server. So the dilemma is how can I transfer all my my data from the old to the new?
Okay. With regards with that, you have to install a new Koha into the new server, and then you can back up your old Koha. Just export the SQL and then import it to your new Koha.
So I can use SQL dump, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can use that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
SQL dump. Okay. So I guess that's it.
Okay.
Thank you for your questions.
Hey, thank you very much, Mr. Jerwin Fernandez. Okay. Okay, so if you have other concerns, other questions, you may email them at aslplibrarians@gmail.com, and we will do our best to forward your questions to Mr. Jerwin Fernandez, and we will do our best also to answer it at once. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of our fourth session for our lunch break. Okay, so just a quick recap of what we had this morning. At 8:30 to 8:45 a.m., we had a registration, and then the first session is all about the Asian Institute of Management's Koha Migration Challenges and Opportunities by Mr. Fernandizon. And then after which is the ASLP sharing of experience in organizing the event of training and use of Koha, DSpace, and Greenstone Digital Library in May 2013. Discussed by yours truly and Mr. Eugene Espinosa. Third is the SIL Koha ILS experience discussed by Mr. Manuel Tamayaw. And lastly, we had on stage Mr. Jerwin Fernandez, who have discussed the question of can a common librarian implement Koha ILS. So that's it for the first half of our session for the second day. We'll now going to have we're going to let you have your lunch first up to 1 o'clock p.m. Be sure to be back at 1 o'clock p.m. And then just a few reminders again. Excuse me. Just a few reminders. Later we will going to have part of our itinerary. We're going to have a museum tour. So we'll be reiterating again some guidelines. We'll be reminding you. And then